So more have arrived from my Pandora hunting season. I'm not sure how long the season's gonna last. So this is from Australia. Oh, I think this is from the same reseller on eBay, because they sent me a little pamphlet from their shop. And so it came, this is local, and as you can see, she was generous enough to include the box, because so far the sellers of Disney pieces that I bought from have only included the bracelet. This is a second of this type of bracelet that I acquired. This is a smaller size, 17. The other one I have is 19. Now I am still struggling with Pandora's sizes, especially this type of this chain here, mainly because I'm used to bangles, but usually traditional bangles you don't open, you can't open them, and so you have to wear them a certain size because you have to put it through your hand like that. That's why I noticed that I've been picking up the 19 cm bangles instead of 17, although both fits me just fine depending on what kind of charms I decide to put on them and how many of them. And so now I am not too keen on this faceless Mickey Mouse ears thing like this, but what I am after is a plain clasp with a bit of decoration, and this fits the bill. From afar you just see a round ball with a bit of sparkle. No one's really going to go and have a look and inspect this up close. This is just for us. Again, pardon my nails, pardon my hands. It's a working hand here that you're seeing. And the other one is the star bangle. So for the chain, it's this one here that meets the criteria that I'm looking for. And for the bangle is the star, the one with the little stars around engraved along the bangle as well, if you remember. There's another version which has one single big star engraved on it, and I don't like that as much. So anyway, so this was, again, it seems to be a pattern with local shipping, I suppose, because you're a little bit more, I don't know, maybe false security, because you think it's local, it should be fine. You can see the big dent there because this was basically, it's not protected, it's just thrown into the post bag. And obviously it's suffered a little bit there, which is a real pity. But I haven't paid extra for the box, so I am not going to complain too much. So I'm going to house all of my pre-loved Disney editions here, just so that I can identify where they are. Right now they're all piled in a big box and I can't find anything. So that's that. And the second thing that arrived today is from that Australian reseller, which I found on eBay. I believe they're an actual jewelry shop. Their feedback is good, and so I only buy from people with 100% positive feedback. And if there is 99% or 97 or 98%, I will go and have a look to see what the negative feedback is about. Sometimes the negative feedback can be malicious. Sometimes it can be unreasonable. So if I found that it's nothing to do with the brand quality or the authenticity of the product, then I would go ahead. And I have so far picked Australia more than the US. Oh, this is my astronaut. This is for my BTS charm. The astronaut is to represent Jin, the oldest member who is currently serving in the South Korea mandatory military service. I have an astronaut charm, which is a newer astronaut charm, and that was the first Pandora charm I bought, and mainly because of the BTS bracelet that I'm trying to compose, I'm trying to put together. But I really don't like the design, so it really bugged me. And I really like this one, but I was pretty new to Pandora. I didn't know what's out there, so I saw astronaut. I just, ordered it. But I don't know, it just bugged me that I didn't like the design. It doesn't matter that it represents something meaningful, and this is what I'm saying about my criteria for collecting is a lot clearer now, that I have to like the design. So let us take a closer look. So it has a really cute. I've seen one sold locally, and potentially I could have bought locally for cheaper, but you know what to do. We live and learn. But this is was there available to purchase. I don't have to chase after sellers, waiting for a reply only to hear that it's sold or not available, or I don't have to deal with getting ready to pay and only for the item to be sold to someone else. You know, that sort of thing really, to me personally, is an important part of the experience of collecting, because collecting is not just the item. It's more than just, you know, pursuing an item. It's the process of their pursuit. And so, yeah, so you do pay a bit of a premium with eBay, but to me it has a lot more, feels a lot more satisfaction. And I consider the premium I pay, not by much really, in some cases it is, but in most cases so far with regard to these charms, it hasn't been by much. And so I can justify it by saying that I'm paying for the smooth, pleasant experience. I'll pay a little bit more, because I think that's basically why people go to shops or go for certain brands. No, it's not necessarily the item, but I've learned throughout the years it is that add value that you purchase, the either level of after service, the level of convenience, the level of communication, the level of speedy processing in terms of returns, no questions asked, that sort of thing. It's really all those things that you are paying for. So right, so this, I think I purchased this separately, which is again not ideal, because I have purchased from this seller before and I was going back and forth about purchasing this charm. I wasn't sure, and finally I've decided to purchase it, but by then I have already bought a few from her or from them, and those were already posted. So I think postage from Australia is about $15. Let me have a look. Yeah, about that, about $15 Australian. So that adds to the cost, of course. I think taxes is there's some kind of understanding between Australia and New Zealand. I honestly can't remember. But anyway, so that's that one there. That is for my BTS bracelet. Sorry for the bit of there's a lot of activities on this table, and the and my second Disney chain bracelet with the, that's what arrived today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.